Shoo.
What's up, Richie?
It's good to finally sit down and talk with you.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know, Shu or Bruce Carrington is my arch nemesis.
Yeah, pretty much.
Never liked him at all a day in my life.
Ever.
So that's why he's hiding behind the roll of toilet paper.
Oh, well, don't move. The flashlight
Right.
is there.
If you can't tell, this is a new thing we're trying out.
Yeah. Don't move the laptop.
I gotta move it again.
Y'all want a vegan burger?
No, they don't. No, they don't.
You don't. It has vegan eggs
No,
in
they
it.
don't. No, they don't.
Oh,
No, they don't.
it's pretty good. It's both nutritious and
No, they
delicious.
don't. When did you become vegan? Actually.
Well, I started my plant-based diet. I don't say that I'm vegan because like there's just a lot of things in that culture that I don't follow. I just
Like what?
take the they don't wear animal fur and stuff like that. Like I still wear stuff like that. So I'm not gonna disrespect the culture and say I'm vegan when I'm not.
Okay.
But I've been on a plant-based diet. I've been on a plant-based diet for about 8 years now, and yeah, that's kind of like started on my knockouts like that ever since. Like, oh, wow.
I'm sorry. it was in the way. And so.
yeah. No, but I felt better since, and I think that if I didn't feel better or I hadn't obvious change, then I probably wouldn't have stayed on that route. But because I've seen a significant change, I'm like, okay, yeah, like I'm gonna stay at this, for the rest of my life. It's a lifestyle.
What was the biggest change or difference you saw?
Two things: my recovery with injuries and illnesses, and then on top of that, injuries, illnesses, and the lack of times that I got ill throughout the year. Those are the main things. I would either, let's say if I do get ill, I'll probably be in bed for about a day or two and then I'm back on my feet. When before, I would be out for 4 days and almost a week when I would get ill. So that was a big difference. And then on top of that, I think weight management. It was really good to be able to eat a lot of food that I want, but then I could burn it off pretty fast because, it's just not staying in my system. So it kind of worked out.
How did it feel to stop being cool though? Because you don't eat
I don't want to be cool.
No, yeah, it makes sense.
I'm ice cold. You know what I'm saying? Ice cold. I got ice in my veins. I want to be cool. I'm not trying to be like everybody else.
Yeah, well, you know what strikes me odd, and I always think about this when I'm about to go vegan. It's
What?
It's my favorite animals, let's say lion, tiger, bear. Not bear all the time. Lion, tiger, polar bear, the cool bears. Literally the cold. Yeah, got it. Pumas. All the former top of the food chains weren't vegan. So
Yeah, but that's all just the way they're wired and how their natural way of being a predator. But when you think about because you guys are predators, but when you think about the strongest animals in the world, they're all vegan. So
name the strongest animal in the world.
I mean, you have elephants, you have gorillas, you have hippos.
Elephant, gorilla.
Yeah.
Hippo.
Yeah.
Crocodile.
That's not the strongest.
That's just pretty as strong as bite force in the world.
I mean, yeah, but it's not one of the strongest.
If we're going
overall.
pound for pound, strongest ones, and you can still win, but it's not.
It's not pound for pound though. It's just one asset.
Blue whale, they shrimp, so that's also. Do you eat shrimp?
I don't eat shrimp, but that's not okay.
No, it's tough.
All right.
Well, I mean, all right.
I said animal. Yeah.
Are you?
You lost. You lost.
Animal? Okay, strongest animal in the world. I'll name one right now. A human being. And guess what?
It's not.
We took over.
It's not the strongest animal in the world. A human being is not the strongest animal in the world.
Okay, name something a human can't take down with a missile.
But that's.
We made that.
That's
Thank you very much.
Of the mind.
Yeah, that's a muscle, is it not? Yeah. Thank you. I rest my case.
All right.
So, Shushu as a boxing person. What first got you hooked? Get it? Hook on boxing.
Did ChatGPT really put that in there?
Yeah, actually.
One second. Well, when I used to always watch boxing when I was younger before I even started. All of these champions that come into my neighborhood, Brownsville, like Mike Tyson, Zab Judah, Riddick Bowe, Eddie Mustafa Muhammad, Shannon Briggs. Like there's like 7 world champions that come out of my one neighborhood. So it was like pretty like easy to just kind of like be interested in boxing. Everyone in the hood was watching boxing, but I think I started to enjoy boxing. I think like once my dad put me inside the gym because I was like kind of getting in fights in school. Bullies used to try to bully me, but
Would you get beat up at first?
no. I actually would have like a crazy rage and beat them guys up. So that's kind of my dad was like, "Oh,
that sucks.
you got hands, bro.
Yeah, no.
Put you in boxing.
Good for that.
No, but I kind of like caught on really quick. I caught on really, really quick, and I would say like in a month I started sparring, and I beat this kid up so bad he never came back to the gym. And this thrill that I got from just being able to just let go and let out, you know, like all of this pent up aggression and energy. It was, and then on top of that, I wouldn't get in trouble for it. Like it was a rush that I still can't compare to this day.
We gotta keep on the like young topic, but I have to ask first, how did it feel at first with boxing being the outlet, and now you have to find outlets from boxing?
Well, at first, you know, boxing was, I've always seen as boxing as my temple of peace. I mean, even to today, it's still like my temple of peace. So it was definitely like a getaway from like school and, you know, just sometimes even being social at times, you know, being, you know, when I'm in the house or just whatever. It's just a place for me to just do what I do, focus on what I love. But as an adult, it's something to where it's like, okay, I don't want to be just a boxer. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to just, you know, surround my life around this thing that it's only what we're going to be doing this for like until we're like late 30s, maybe 40. Like, who knows? You know what I'm saying? Like, we're still going to be pretty young. And when it's all said and done, what are we going to do after that? So it's like, it can be a little troubling because, you know, sometimes us boxers, we've been doing this all our lives. It's all we know. And once we get to that crossroads, so it's like, okay, just because like this is all we know, that doesn't mean this is just who I am. And, you know, trying to get into different, to other things. It's honestly a little more difficult with that than when I was just using boxing as my temple of peace when I was younger. This is definitely harder. But, you know, it's life.
Yeah, it's weird because I remember being like a kid and like the first time stepping in the ring, you know, it's like the dichotomy of boxing of like at first it being like the biggest like nervousness of your life, you know, and it doesn't bring you any peace at all because you're like, well, I'm terrified every single time I get in the ring.
Yeah,
I was like 4. I still remember that. Like, I wanted to make everybody proud. I wanted to, you know, I had the last name Torrez, and everyone in my town was a fighter. Like, everyone knew that my family was a fighter. Yeah. I had to make sure like I did good. And then it turned into like, oh, okay, well now, like with school and everything like that, I can go to boxing. If anyone makes me mad or upset, I can go to boxing.
Yeah.
And now it's back to like, well, boxing's like my profession now. So it's like also like the pressures and the things come from boxing. So it's almost like I do need an outlet from boxing. Yeah. But boxing is also my outlet. And so it's a weird line that we're kind of following right now of like being able to manage that, because boxing's still my outlet in life. But I need to figure out something else like that. Like I had like the dance stuff, I had some other things going on, and that was good. But like, yeah, it's always like boxing was always there, like in case anything happened. And I still think it is, you know. Yeah. So then, all right, first time you get in the ring, stuff like that, and then you start turning amateur. You want to talk about your amateur experience at all? Because I know it's kind of wild.
Yeah, nah, definitely. It was kind of crazy. You know, just being able to travel across, you know, the country and across the world and meeting different people and just seeing different sides of the world. Like for me, a big part of my life, like I was just focused on just what was around me, which was like Brownsville and that way of life. But being able to go on an airplane, drop into like Kansas City, Missouri, and you could just smell the trees, and just that environment is always different. But then on top of that, just seeing everyone from all different sides of the country come to one place to fight for an international tournament, and you just seeing like 4 to 6 rings, every ring is occupied with action-packed fights. That kind of like energy was kind of dope. Like that's kind of addicting.
Go into that a little more, like, because I think my being from Tulare, you know what I mean, and you being from Brownsville is kind of like a drastic difference. Like I'd go to fights and be like, whoa, it's such a big city.
Yeah.
Like, what would you think when you left like your town?
I was like, oh, it's such a small city. Yeah, like definitely, bro. Like it would just be like, because New York is known for like traffic and loud noise. I'm like, it's smooth roads here. It's quiet out here. Like, it'll just be more peaceful in a way. Sometimes I hated going back home.
Really?
Yeah, bro. It's just like, okay, we're back in the slums. You know what I'm saying? So it was kind of like going to those tournaments was kind of getaway. Excuse me. It was kind of a getaway at times for me. But also it was just something that was very addictive too. I just love being able to be in an environment, seeing all those guys fights, even taking some moves from certain people and then bringing it into my own arsenal. And I think those experiences helped me become the fighter I am today.
All right, so you start off as an 8. When did you start fighting?
I started fighting. Well, I got in the gym when I was 7. My first fight was at 8.
At 8, okay. You started going through the ranks. What about your first like a nationals? Was it a junior? Was it a youth?
My first nationals, I fought in ringside tournament that was in Kansas City, Missouri, and I was about 8 years old. So I would count that as a national tournament per se.
What about USA boxing?
USA boxing
or Golden Gloves, like one of the big ones.
Yeah. I fought in the Golden Gloves.
I don't want to point that out.
But ringside is big, man. Don't do that, bro. A lot of us came up on ringside, man.
But one of the ones that either could take you internationally or like it has,
Yeah, no, I've done the Junior Olympics nationals. I've done the.
Did you win Junior Olympics?
No, I did not. I didn't win that. I did the Silver Glove nationals. No, I didn't win that either.
Yeah, you didn't win any years.
Listen, bro, I wasn't trash, but it was like honestly, I wasn't trash, bro.
No.
I swear to God, anybody can tell you I wasn't trash.
Yeah,
what it was for me, I was nervous. I was super nervous, and I didn't have that confidence in myself. So, granted, I had the talent, and everybody that saw me fight saw the talent that I had. And they were like, yo, shoot, you're this nice, you're that nice. But I didn't see that in myself, bro. Like, I genuinely would see other fighters and be like, oh, I wish I could fight like that guy. And really, whole time, like, I'll be better than that guy if we sparred. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it was be one of those kind of things. And then even when I would show that I'm better than certain guys, for some reason, I still had that doubt.
Yeah.
And that doubt would show in my work ethic. We got to pause because they're coming in. You can come in. Hey, baby boy.
Hi.
This is Richard.
What's up, man? How you doing?
Hi.
Hello.
What you made? What's that?
Football field.
Let me see.
You didn't get to finish it.
Oh, that's cool.
I like the touchdowns.
Yeah, take your shoes off, baby.
That's cool.
Y'all need quiet?
Man, well, we're good right now, but yeah.
No, I'm saying like.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Hey, take your socks off, please.
All right. Our commercial interview or broadcast is actually brought to you by State Farm. Save money, live better.
Walmart.
Geico. What?
Yeah.
Yeah. So and we'll. Okay. Well, I'm just gonna keep it rolling at this
keep
point.
it rolling.
Yeah. Zara, would you like to say anything to the camera?
This looks lonely.
Go ahead, eat it.
No, I'm shy.
Well,
Where are we going?
all over everything, everywhere.
Okay.
You're gonna be the what's it called? What's the thumbnail? Yeah, you're gonna be the thumbnail. So like Zara talks about shoo shoo.
You and Shu holding the mic together.
No, it's gonna be Zara talks about shoo shoo.
You gotta have her in the thumbnail like.
Yeah.
Right?
It's just you like.
And then they click on the video. It's nothing about that.
Yeah.
Okay, let me hop back on the nervousness.
Yeah, nervousness and confidence.
So, like, I think the nervousness and the lack of confidence even showed in my training. Like, I was not training that hard. I genuinely... And it automatically locks.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's fine.
Took a while though, but yeah.
I mean, it takes like 2 minutes.
Yeah. I still like it though. Yes.
Yeah, like it started to show my training, like my lack of training there was, and even though I liked, you know, the, I guess, praise that I was getting from people, still I didn't believe it. I was training like once a day. I remember there was one tournament. It was like it was a national qualifier. And I was so out of shape, and I'm arguing with my dad, and he's like, "Bro, you barely trained, you barely ran for this tournament in this training camp." I'm like, "What you talking about? I ran twice." And he literally looked at me and started like laughing at me, like, "Bro, do you hear yourself?" Like, bro, I was so like, "This is like, babe, where you going? They saw you."
Oh.
You gotta keep that.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
See what? So why would being nervous make you train less? I feel like I get nervous for every single one of my fights, and I feel that motivates me to do more.
Well, it really wasn't the nervousness; it was more so the lack of confidence. The nervousness, I mean,
I think that would be synonymous in this question. Like, why would the lack of confidence make you not train harder?
It was a bit of laziness as well. Bit of laziness. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I genuinely felt like because I would make it to these tournaments in the semifinals or finals, I'm like, one of these days I'm gonna, get over the hump. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. If I'm that close, but it never happened until I decided to train harder. Until I decided to, like, literally, there was a year where I was like at a low in boxing, like a super low. Like, us, like when you have a name in the amateurs, you take pride in not losing on like the first day. You know what I'm saying? Like you're never gonna be losing on the first day, bro. I went out and I lost the first day in this tournament against James Browning.
Could never be me. Oh, against James?
Yeah, James got it. Oh, why you just lit up like that?
No, because I was on the team with him.
You was team with him? Yeah.
He's a cool dude. Shout out James. You stopped.
He didn't stop me. Wow.
You beat Shushu in the amateurs first round. Round. That's crazy.
Yeah, I got him back though. I got him right back. Next tournament.
Yeah, we don't talk about that.
Yeah.
So anyways.
but in that tournament though, that's when I genuinely was about to quit boxing.
Really?
Yeah. I was about to quit. I was gonna hang it up. I was just feeling like I plateaued, but granted, it was the training that I was doing, and I just wasn't focused, bro. There was a lot of things going on in my personal life as well, family, relationships, all that stuff, bro. Financials, like everything was just going down. So I was out of the gym for some months, and to be honest, it was just supposed to be, let me just take a break, but I entertained not coming back. I didn't want to watch boxing fights. I didn't want to hear anything about boxing, none of that stuff, which would have been impossible, but then my dad, like, we talked, and he was like, bro, like, you've never, like, fully surrendered to the sport. Like, you've never woken up, like, 3 o'clock in the morning to go running at 4 and on your own and work out 2 or 3 times a day, and you've never done that. And I'm just like, you know what? If I'm ever going to step away from this sport that I love, I want to be able to at least say that I put 110% effort in. And if things go down, then I'll like be happy with that. Then, be second guessing myself, like, I could have done more.
I still think about that, honestly, even to this day, like like having like a Viking's death. You know what I mean? Like how they always they'd pray to die in war because they finally met their match. You know what I mean? Like I can't let this sport go by myself, I have okay, if someone beats me and they're just better than me and that was my ceiling,
right,
I'm okay with that.
Right.
But if I lost because I was joking off, if I lost because of something else, or I didn't do something I needed to do, that would eat away at me.
You lost because you were jerking off.
I said joking off.
What?
Joking.
Wait,
Guys,
dog, come
kids
on,
watch this,
bro.
all right?
Come
Children
on.
watch this. I said joking off. This is Shoo Bruce Carrington, by the way.
I don't know why he would say something like that.
I said joking off. You could rewind the tape. Yeah. Regardless, though, I would want, if I got beat that way, then it's like, okay, then I can hang up the gloves. Something happened, or like, all right, it's just not me.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't let it be because of me,
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's one of the good things. So one thing that Eric Thomas said, and it really gave me a lot of like solace, was the only way someone could beat you is if they're just solely better than you.
Who's Eric Thomas and where's he from?
Eric Thomas is a motivational speaker, and I don't know where he's from, but he was like really big in like 2013 and like 2017, and like football and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But yeah. All right. So then you won a couple national titles. You started getting good at boxing.
I mean, I was always good at boxing.
All right.
I was always good at boxing, bro. All right. Okay.
Let's get into it, bro. What happened with the Olympics, man?
You really want to talk about that? Okay. I want to start off with the Olympic trials.
Okay.
I get seeded the last seed in the tournament, and
Said a good boxer though. All right. No, go ahead. I'm sorry. It's my fault. You were seated.
Anyway,
Yeah.
got to a new weight class at 126 late in the year, and got in and qualified the October of the year. The trials was in December, and seeded number 8. And throughout the tournament, I fought the top 4 seeded guys, and I'll just basically
Remember the names?
Duke Reagan was the first one. Johnny Mansour.
You fought Duke first night?
First day, yeah, that was crazy. I kind of did.
Yeah, you had to, huh?
Yeah,
because it was last seed, first seed.
I know, bro. Yup, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly. So I definitely didn't want to fight.
You fought
Duke.
Johnny second night?
I fought Johnny second.
No way! I didn't know you fought Johnny.
Yeah, I fought Johnny twice.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I fought Johnny twice. And then the third was Rasheem Jefferson, and then the fourth was how is his name not coming? David Navarro.
Oh, was that Steven's older brother?
I'm not sure if they're related. I have no idea. I have no idea, but yeah, David Navarro is the guy that I fought in the finals. And
wow.
Yeah, bro. I felt like every fight, like from after the first, was just easier and easier. And I got
took
the
out the first seed first. Yeah.
yeah, and I got the best boxer of the tournament. You didn't get that.
All right. I didn't fight. I didn't fight at the Olympic
Yeah, I'm
trials,
just saying,
so.
but you wouldn't have gotten it anyway. You wouldn't have got it. Because I kicked ass.
All right, being all those guys, yeah, that's valid. That's valid, man. I can't lie to you. All right, you win the Olympic trials.
All right, so I won the Olympic trials, and now on the USA team, and we're doing these camps and everything. Boom, COVID hits, and now we're out for months and whatever. We finally, get back in, and we're trying to qualify, and Olympics get pushed back another year. All right, I'm like, I waited all of these years, for the Olympics. One more year won't hurt. And
Real quick, because this is your second Olympic run, right?
Correct. Yeah, I was the Olympic alternate for 2016 team, and but I decided to stay 4 more years because I just felt like I was just underdeveloped. Honestly, I was. I didn't have any international experience. I wasn't mentally mature. I still had that confidence problem. It was a lot of things that I really needed to work over in order to get into the pros, because I knew once you're in the pros, that's it. Like, there's no turning back. When you lose in the amateurs, it's like, all right, you can learn from it and whatever. Yeah. But in the pros, bro, it's a real cutthroat. Yeah. So
in our contract, I just want to point out, it says if you lose one time, get a draw, or just because Top Rank didn't like our performance, they could cut us.
Yeah. Which is wild, bro.
I
ain't gonna lie, it is wild. This is my second time around, so I decided just to wait 1 more year, even though the Olympics was pushed back to 2021, and what was the qualifiers in Argentina that was canceled?
Yeah.
And then that's when the IOC, the International Olympic Committee, they decided that, along with other people that was on the team, weren't able to go because we weren't able to qualify to go to the Olympics.
And when I tell you, All right, I gotta paint the scene a little bit. We're in this room in the Olympic Training Center in San Diego, Chula Vista, right? They all bring us in sadness. Like when they call us in like that, I assume we're in trouble because like we did something wrong.
Yeah,
you know,
we were always in trouble.
we were always getting in trouble. So I was like, oh, someone did something. We're getting kicked out of Chula Vista. And then they come in and they're like, all right, guys, Argentina gets canceled, and everyone's like, no, because like the other Olympic qualifiers are already gone on, like the Asian Games and like the Australian, like the Pacific Island Games, and like a couple other ones already happened, and they got like their choices. We were the last ones to do it. A breakout happened, like a COVID outbreak happened in Argentina, and we couldn't go there. And then they go, but luckily, it could go off of your prior experience. And so they're gonna change the rules a little bit, and it's gonna go off the prior experience. But with that being said, we have a lot of new guys on the team, and most of you guys are just not going to the Olympics.
Yeah.
Didn't get a fight for it. Didn't get anything. Just get told no.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Heartbreaking.
Yeah, I remember they even had us. They had a couple of us on a FaceTime call. When they originally officially announced it, by the time we were in Elegante, they officially announced so you guys are not gonna go, but they still offered us to stay for the World Championships the year after. But I was like, bro, like I'm just so exhausted with everything in the Olympics. Like I just wanted to just go and just turn pro at that point. And it was crazy for me because I was supposed to fight in July of that year. July of 2021. On the Tyson Fury Wilder 3 card. And that fight got postponed because COVID. Freaking Tyson Fury's team and himself, they got COVID. Yeah. So that got pushed back to October. So then I'm sitting at home. Just imagine me just sitting on the couch watching you guys that August and opening ceremonies and the whole shebang, bro. I'm just sitting there having a bittersweet moment because, you guys are we became like brothers and sisters throughout all of the bonding and experiences we've had throughout the years. And I want to share that with you guys. And then on top of that, just me being and experiencing, I didn't give a dang if it was COVID Olympics. I wanted to be a part of it, bro. I wanted to be there. Yeah. And just the fact that I wasn't there and I did everything that I could possibly do to get there. Sacrificed all of these years to get there. It made me cry, bro. Like I was just sitting there, just kind of just crying and just like, man, seeing everybody win and doing their thing. Like, it really made me happy seeing you, Keyshawn, Duke get the silver medals, and O'Shea, she got bronze. Like that really made me happy, bro. But I'm just like, man, I really wish I was there, bro.
And I gotta let me know, Duke. I thought of all of us silver medalists, Duke had the best shot of getting gold.
Yeah,
and I thought if his shoulder was good, he would have got gold.
I agree.
And you had beat him, and that was your spot.
Yeah.
How does that make you feel?
Yeah, that was a tough one too because I'm like, man, I would have definitely gotten gold. I felt like I could have gotten gold, bro, because I was just on fire at that point in my career as well. So I was just like, man, like I knew that I would have been able to be just dominant. Me even watching a guy that he fought in the finals, I'm like, yeah, I could have beaten him. And me knowing like if Duke was 100%, he would have been able to beat him too.
Yeah, no. Shout out Duke, man. Duke, you're still my guy.
Yeah,
I hope we're looking forward for your next fight, man. I know you're coming up, but like, yeah, man, that must have been torture, honestly, because I remember. In that same conversation, when they're like, "Oh, you guys aren't going," they say, "Tiger Richards, stay behind." and so I'm thinking, man, I'm gonna stay home definitely now. I was like, why that was big on me, And they stay behind. They're like, "All right, it's not for sure, but 98% possibility you're going to the Olympics." And I was like, what? I was like, can I tell people? And like, no. And I'm like, all right.
We kind of figured it out.
Yeah.
I swear, like, we all walked out. We was like, yeah, Tiger and Richard, they're staying. They're on the team. I swear, we all figured it out, bro.
I didn't. I wasn't. I was blindsided. They're like, 98% you're going. I was like, what does that mean? And they're like, and they kept on, like, you can't say anything. And I'm like, all right. And so you wait. And I'm thinking Olympics are going to get canceled because it already got postponed a year.
Of course.
I thought Olympics was going to be gone.
Yeah.
And you finally get the letter like, 100 days out, you're in. You know what I mean?
I remember the 100-day video that they made us make and stuff like that too. Yeah.
Was that even bittersweet for you? Like, man, I don't know if I want
Yeah,
to do it.
bro. Like I was, dog. It was crazy. It was honestly like.
Do you think that like fueled you into the pros?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
100%. Because a little bit was it like, oh, these guys don't know what they're missing. You know what I'm saying? And then also it was like, you guys are gonna see, you know, what, like I could have just added more into, you know, just the spectatorship of the Olympics, you know, and I was just super blessed to have an opportunity to fight on a big card like Fury and Wilder 3 in a T-Mobile Arena out here in Vegas. First fight, pro debut was crazy. Like that was honestly a blessing, to be honest. And
correct me if I'm wrong though. You were B-sided, weren't you?
no, I wasn't B-sided, but I was definitely
tough?
like put up against a tough fighter.
Yeah,
like you know, he was supposed to be a tough fight, and they didn't expect me to do as good as I did.
Right.
And I beat the guy. He took me to the distance all 4 rounds. But I did so good that Top Rank, they contacted my team and they wanted to sign me. I was, you know, I was just it was kind of like an audition, that fight, you know what I'm saying? And after that fight, I fought my second fight in the next year, January of the next year, and I got a second round knockout, devastating knockout too. It was crazy. And that is when like Top Rank really started to invest in me more. Got another knockout right after that and started to hit the ground running.
Real quick, setting the scene. The Olympics definitely put me on a pedestal for the first couple fights that I had. Just because, Richard Torrez, you're an Olympic medalist, you're this, you're that.
Yeah.
It really, like, it allowed me to get more money in the pros. It allowed me to do a lot of things. Blessing.
You got on TV
Got on TV
me.
the first time. Yeah. I was a co-feature on the Jose Ramirez card my first fight. You know what I mean? So, like, 1,000% Olympics really sets in the pros. And that's why I tell all the amateurs now, like, yo, if you want to like be set in like in the pros or even be able to be like, I don't have to work anymore or anything like that, a big thing is going to the Olympics. Medaling in the Olympics. And so I'm saying that because Shushu's route is through the trenches. Like there's no other way to put it. Like if you're not an Olympian, then you get set. You get thrown in the trenches. You get thrown as B. You get thrown on B sides. You pray to make a TV. Or even on an ESPN Plus or anything like that. It's like it's unheard of. You know what I mean? And then the amount of guys that go through that level and then get dropped or knocked out or just their card shown is insane. So Shushu's route 100 times harder. Like one of the guys that also went through the route was Terrence Crawford. Yeah, and that's what they say. You know what I mean? Like Terrence, he didn't go the Olympic route, and then people were, and he says in his interviews, everyone was counting him out. People didn't respect him enough that they should have, and so going that route is just insanely harder in order to achieve that. And so that's kind of like that fuel, that drive you kind of need it in order to be on that kind of path after the amateur boxing. But I mean, you're here now. You're give your accolades a little bit, man.
Oh man, bro. So in 2023, I was crowned the Prospect of the Year by ESPN and Ring Magazine. I've captured the NABF title, the IBF Intercontinental, the WBO Intercontinental, the WBC Silver Belt, and the WBC Interim World Title.
For those of you that don't know, again, the interim world title means that means that the person that has the WBC title is not fighting for his shot. I think that means he's going up or down in a weight class. And so because the guy is moving up or down, the WBC is like, well, technically he's still world champ, but we want to see what he does here first. And so in the meantime, before he comes back down to this weight class, we need to have a world champ. So Shushu, in this turn, interim is the interim world champ until we find out what this guy's doing. So I think Shushu's considered a world champ, honestly. like the way it's working, like Shushu could be a world champ very soon.
True. That is true.
Even if this correct me if I'm wrong, if this guy relinquishes his belt at this weight class, it just goes to you, or do you have to fight for it?
I mean, okay, so now let's get more into the confusion of boxing. So also in my weight class, we have Ray Vargas, who's a champion in recess. So yeah, bro. So it's like, remember, he had the WBC title when he fought Nick Ball. He hasn't fought Nick Ball in, I want to say, 2 years. It's been about 2 years, maybe, or almost. And yeah, so he's been a champion in recess, and Fulton, since Ray Vargas has been active, he became champion in that time. Exhausting. So now Ray Vargas is coming back to fight again in October on a Thurman versus Fundora card. And when that happens, I think he's going to fight Carlos Castro. I have no idea. Like, I don't know if, like, the title will just go back to him, or I'll get elevated to the world title, or if me and him would have to fight, or the winner of that fight that he has. I don't know what's going to happen. So there's still a lot of confusion going on.
How does that feel? Because I know you had to wait for the Olympics, and that didn't come into it, and now you're just waiting again. You know,
patience, man. Patience is a virtue, bro.
Do you think is you're being taught that a little bit?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm pretty patient anyway, but it can definitely be some frustration when there's like a bunch of possibilities for me to win a title, because it's not just the WBC that I'm like, you know, highly ranked in. Well, I was anyway. I was ranked number 1 in the WBO. Ranked number 2 in the WBA, ranked number 4 in the IBF, and then I was ranked number 1 in the WBC. So highly ranked, basically top 5 in all of these sanctioned bodies. And I'm basically trying to, you know, push the narrative and get these guys to fight me, but a lot of these guys aren't fighting me. So it's not just the WBC route that's confusing and irritating. It's all of these other sanctioned bodies and all these other fighters. Yeah. Politics, man, politics. Yeah. But again, I definitely feel like my time is coming. I don't think it'll be any later than next year because of the performances I'm putting on, where I'm at, the demand from the fans and myself. I feel like everybody right now is really starting to come together, and I think the thing that I want in terms of fighting a world champion is going to happen next year.
I feel that. I like, for me, I if I'm going to be 100% honest with you, I had no idea what an NABO and ABF. I had no clue what they. I couldn't name all the belts if I'm being quite honest with you, because my only goal was the Olympics.
Oh, okay. Oh, really?
Yeah, I was never the pros. Okay. I didn't really pay much. I still don't pay much attention to the pros. Whenever I'm doing the commentary and stuff like that, they're like, "Oh, what do you think about this guy?" And I'm like, great guy, great guy. He's a super cool dude.
That
you
is
know?
funny.
Because we
just talk about his personality.
They'll be talking mad trash about me or something like that. And they're like, "Oh, what about this guy?" I'm like, "Super. Was he a USA boxer?" I'm like, "Yeah, super cool dude." You know, I don't know. And like, it's bit me in the butt a couple times. But man, like,
yeah, I bet it did.
Yeah, no. There's one guy in Florida calling me out for a minute, and like, they're like, "What do you think about this guy? He says that he's like the next up and coming heavyweight." I was like, sure, yeah, everybody eats. This guy must probably be, yeah, he's a USA fighter, super good guy. And then he comes out after one of my fights, and he goes, "Richard, 2024. I was like, "Oh, you want to go to the Olympics?" And he's like, "What?" And I was like, "Oh, you're shooting for the Paris 2024? Yeah, man, right, good luck." Right. He's like, "No." He's like, "You and me." I'm like, "What?" And he's like, "Yeah, I want to fight you." I was like, "Oh. Yeah." Okay. Let's fight. Yeah.
I know he was not expecting that interaction to go the way it did.
Bro, that was great. Bro, he had like 4 cameras around him.
That is
I think
funny.
He posted it. I was like, "Oh, yeah."
That was embarrassing for him though. That was good though, because it's like you don't even know him. So it was like,
cool. I didn't. That's the
good.
sad part.
It's good. It's good.
All right. Yeah,
it's good.
But like, yeah, Olympics was always my goal, man. If I would have got gold, I would have stopped boxing.
Really?
Yeah.
No way.
Definitely. I would have gone back to college and I would have stopped boxing. I was like, My goal was to always be like my dad, if I'm being quite honest with you. I thought I was going to go to do this boxing thing. I thought I was going to lose at the Olympic trials. And then afterwards, I thought I was going to go to college and become like an engineer or something like that. And I just thought I wanted my life to play out kind of like my dad, because I liked my dad's life. I thought it was really cool. And then I won, and I just kept winning, you know? And it was kind of weird. And I would look, and I remember there came a point in time where it was the Olympic finals. And I remember going to my dad, and I was like, "Pops, I'm not that nervous, but like I don't know how I should be feeling. How should I be feeling?" And he was like, "I don't know, Keeks, I've never been in Olympic finals before." And then I went to Coach Billy. I was like, "Billy, I've never, like, what am I supposed to be feeling? I don't know what to do. I don't know how to act." And Billy went, "I don't know, man. Never been in Olympic finals before." You know, and so like
that is funny.
It was always Olympics, man. What about you? Was it the Olympics or was it pros? What was your end goal with this?
I mean, it was always pros, but the Olympics was definitely a major like goal. It was like a major milestone that I really wanted to hit. Like, bro, I really dedicated a lot of time into trying to make the Olympics, and the fact that I did everything in my power to do so, and I still couldn't get it. I just accepted the fact that it just wasn't meant for me, you know. But
It's easier to accept that way, though, right?
Say it again.
It's easier to accept that way.
Oh yeah, definitely. When you put in everything, you know what I'm saying, but it just doesn't go your way. It's just like, all right, bro, it's just not meant for me at that point, you know. Yeah. But I always knew I had a pro style. You know what I'm saying? Like, I definitely knew that I was made for the pros. Me just growing up, training in the same gym as guys like Paul Malignaggi when he was in his prime.
Oh, that's cool.
Luis Collazo, he was in his prime. It was like right before he fought Ricky Hatton. I believe he had the WBO belt. Bro, like, the gym was on fire, bro. Daniel Jacobs, he was still amateur doing his thing in it. Yeah. Saddam Ali, still amateur. There was a lot of guys, man, that I was around. But they all had pro styles. It's kind of like, I think that was just more so like a New York style. It's very like, it's you could really transfer into the pros pretty easily. So I couldn't wait. I genuinely couldn't wait to experience, you know, the 8-ounce gloves, no shirt, big arenas, people going crazy, screaming. And then, you know, just that environment, it just was like, okay, like, I feel like I could thrive in this because I was always the type of guy that I like pressure. Like, I like the fact that I like that rush that I get from that type of pressure because it makes me feel uneasy, nervous. But then once that bell rings, like, it's total, like, you just conquer it in that moment. For me, anyway, that's just kind of how it is. Like, I'd be so nervous backstage in the locker room and stuff like that. Even walking to the ring, like, oh my God, I don't trip. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but bro, once I step in the ring, they're announcing my name. I flip off my towel, and then that first bell rings. It's just like, okay, now it's no time to be nervous. It's no time to be second guessing anything. You know what I'm saying? You've done all the work. You trained super hard. You're confident, and you know there's nothing else to do but fight. So, yeah, like I really, really love the idea of the pros. So that was my main thing, bro. I really love the pros.
I gotta ask, man, because like in the amateurs, you weren't knocking out anybody. I gotta point that out. Like,
yeah,
you were,
yeah,
like, you know what I
true.
mean. You were a good fighter. You're inside the pocket, like, you know, touching people up. But I didn't see you rock too many people. I didn't, you know, like. But then you get in the pros. All of a sudden, I remember talking to Billy about like, where the heck did this
Billy
come
told
from?
me
You know
about
what I
talking
mean?
about
Yeah.
that too, yeah.
Like what's going on? He's like, and I remember him calling me and be like, what's with Shushu? You know, why did you do that in the amateurs, man? Like, what was the big change that happened?
Oh man, that is funny, bro. Because I get calls from Jose and Billy about that now. That'd be hilarious. To be honest, like, you know, like I told you, like my training, I just took it more serious. Like, there were just levels that I took it. Granted, like, past the 2018 mark where I was gonna, you know, quit and whatnot, I stepped it up, but there were still levels for me to go. And once I got on the USA team, I saw that there were more things that I could do. And then once I went through, into the pros, now it was like, I was really, okay, how can I say? Before USA team, my dad was the fire that kind of like made me go to the gym. Then when I got in the USA team, being around you guys, the team, being a part of a team, it was like, that's what lit the fire up under me. Now I'm in the pros. Who the hell is going to light the fire up under me? I had to do it myself. So that kind of unleashed a new love for the sport, a new drive, a new fire to it. Was like, I got to be the best. I got to do something I got to do things that people are not doing. So even now, even when you called me early on the phone and I have no fight date. I'm not going to fight anytime soon. You're calling me like, bro, why are you waking up like 4 in the morning and why are you running at 4 in the morning? I just want to just stay in tip-top shape. Like, you know, nothing crazy, obviously, but still having that mental fortitude of waking up at 4 in the morning and knowing that my opponent is not doing this. That makes me feel good. That kind of makes me feel like, you know, I'm just doing that one more thing to become great.
Yeah, no, it's a stoic quality. I feel like I remember reading a couple of times about it, like just.
I have a book called The Daily Stoic too.
That's right. We should read.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, you should read Marcus
okay.
Aurelius. All right.
Okay. I've actually heard about that.
That one, Letters from a Stoic by Seneca, is a good one as well. Letters of a Stoic. Yeah, I heard it's pretty good too. Actually, like it's like every day you get a different.
I thought you're talking about it like you read it, like that you have it.
I got it offered to me, and then but it was only like a page a day type thing. But like it's all, but they're quoting like Marcus Aurelius and stuff like that. But yeah, regardless, it's nice. For it, here's my grievance with that is we're professional athletes. We need our sleep.
But I get enough sleep, bro.
But you told me you go to bed at 10, and then
No, I go to bed at like 9:30, and I might
of sleep.
fall asleep at 10.
That's 6 hours of sleep.
Yeah.
And a professional athlete is supposed to be getting 8 to 9 hours of sleep.
But I go back to sleep when I'm done
Yeah,
running.
and I don't think that's the same. That's the only thing.
But
I understand.
you don't
what you're saying,
think, but I'm sleeping.
No,
it's the
because
same,
it's
bro.
the-
I'm
it's
probably
the-
getting
it's the
more than
length of
6,
it,
8
and
hours.
then there's the REM sleep. There's a deep sleep. There's all these different types of sleep that you need to have in order to have a full night's sleep. If you just nap throughout the day all the time, that's not gonna.
Well, I'm him.
Yeah, tired person. That's what.
No,
him is.
I'm not. I'm not tired. I'm not tired at all.
You took a nap.
You're the
that's
one.
why.
Yeah, because I wanted to.
How many naps you take today?
I only took one.
You only need to take more because you look.
I don't need to take more. I'm good.
All right, man. So then, I guess Olympics. We did that. Where? All right. What's future shoe have? Where's future shoe at?
Man, future shoe. I genuinely want to make history, bro. And I'm like, I genuinely did not think that I could be in a position to where I can make history this close. I can become the first undisputed featherweight champion in the full belt era.
Yeah.
And that is kind of crazy because honestly, I wasn't really thinking about it until I want to say the beginning of this year. So I was like, this guy's my weight class. This guy's my weight class. Okay, I'm ranked this high in these sanctioning bodies. Because honestly, a lot of these sanctioning bodies, they don't always have the same person ranked like that high. You know what I'm saying? They don't have that. So the fact that I was that high in each sanctioning body, it's like, dang, they all kind of agree on something and they see something in me. So I was like, okay, like they all want me to be their champion. So it's very possible for me to do that. So I could see myself being the first featherweight undisputed champion in the full belt era, and that right there is, I feel like it's gonna set me in a big light, man. You know, apart from different guys like Stephen Fulton, Nick Ball, I feel like I'm gonna be on a certain pedestal.
How often do you check the ratings or rankings?
Probably every 3 months, maybe.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, so not that quick.
No.
Dude, I like there was a post saying like Anthony Joshua has dropped from so and so's rankings, and I look and it's like number 6, Richard Torrez. I was like, oh, I was like, yo,
that's fire, bro.
I was like, yo,
you're right. I know that's motivation.
I
right there,
commented.
bro.
I was like, oh, I'm number 6. That was crazy. You know, so I did like because they update every month or something like that.
Yeah.
The fact that I was like, oh shoot, I'm like top 10 because I was number 9 in one of them. And like 13, but now I'm 6 and
yeah,
I'm like,
you're there, bro. You're there, bro.
And that's wild, ain't it?
Yeah.
And like a lot of times, like guys like you, Keyshawn, and a couple of these people, like it's like, oh shoot, I could do that too. You know what I mean? It's like, yo, that's crazy. Like
shoot, but I was like that. To be honest, like I'm seeing you guys, you know, doing the Olympics and stuff like that. Like I'm at a point to where I'm like playing catch up low key, but then. For me to be in a position, I'm looking at you guys like, oh, I can do that too. Like, freaking, you had a main event fight already, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I don't have a main event yet. I'm still being co-features and whatnot. So, I'm still striving for that, bro.
I always told everybody. I told Top Rank also that like, I'd be your co-main.
Really?
Like, 1000%. I don't like.
That'll be dope. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Because I can't lie to you, bro. The main event thing. Lit 1,000%. Like my face being,
You get good rooms.
Yeah, but like my face being on the side of
that
a hotel,
was fire,
dude,
bro. That was
incredible.
Sick.
You know,
remember
what I mean?
I sent you the video.
Yeah,
like, I was in
what?
a Cosmo and I'm on a balcony. I'm just looking like, is that Richard? And I just recorded it on the side of the building. That was fire.
I'm
bro.
sitting here in Tulare getting like calls like from Shushu. I'm like people are calling my dad saying, "Yo, I see him on a billboard," and then I kid you not, the side of the hotel, my face.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is insane.
Driving down the highway, you just see him like on a big billboard. Like that was fire.
Dude,
bro.
I remember I was like, I'm not gonna be nervous. I go to shake Guido's hand the first time, bro, and my hand's literally like this.
Really?
And I'm like, and I don't know what it was, man. It was a different experience, a different beast, just being that mean.
You're asking me all these questions. I really want to know what was it like for you for that fight? Like, what was your approach for that fight? Yeah, what was the training like? What was the game plan? And what was the environment like for you mentally in the fight?
All right, I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. I was bedridden the weekend before.
Really?
I was sick.
No way.
Dude, I was like, and I couldn't take any antibiotic because it was like a steroid antibiotic that they wanted me to put on because Z-Pac's a steroid, and I didn't want it to affect like any of the drug tests.
Of course.
So I couldn't take anything like that. And so I remember being in bed, like I couldn't train, I couldn't move. I could move, but you know, I'm tired and it was like it was really bad, like sinus infection and I went in my throat. I just tough, man. And I remember looking at my dad. I was like, "Pops,
it went in your throat."
All right,
hell, yeah.
I'm being all right, but anyways,
that's the New York of me, bro. I'm sorry,
I want to get it out of you.
Get it out of me. Oh. All right, I'm sorry, bro.
It's not funny. It's not okay.
All right.
But like I look at my dad, and I remember being like, "Pops, I'm sick. I'm like, I don't know what are we gonna do?" And he's like,
Yo.
And I just remember from there, I was like, all right, screw it, we're gonna do this. The training camp, it was good. It was a good training camp. I was at the Olympic Training Center. I brought in Tally. Tally helped me out a little bit. Jamar, shout out Jamar, and some of the other guys. I got a Cuban guy and this guy named the guy that looks like the Drago from Rocky.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good work. That's
Yeah,
good work.
so it was nice. And then I felt good. The only thing that I feel like I wanted to work on a little bit more is like he was such a big dude that like Billy and my dad were saying like, I want you to explode. You gotta explode. And blah blah blah. You know what I mean? And I feel like the last couple of fights that I had, like I did my success of just like touching da 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 pa da 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 pa, and I want to stay on that a little bit more, you know, of like
you look better doing it, honestly.
Right? That's the touching. But with the guy that's like 6'8", I understand it's gonna be
100%. You got to get in the fire.
Get in and stay in.
For
but
sure.
like I need to throw a little more combos, and I feel like I got into the mode of like boom, boom. And I know it was bro, I got gassed like fourth round. I can't lie.
Yeah.
Dude, it was the first time I ever felt that. Like usually I'm in shape, and I knew I was still in better shape than him.
Yeah.
But also I remember going back to the corner after 3 and I'm like, please be 6, please be 6. and then I see the regal come out with 4. I was like,
oh. That is funny, bro. But that makes so much sense because I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I was watching that fight. I thought the same thing, but I'm just thinking like, maybe they're just because they're heavyweights, they just fight it like that or whatever. Dude, but at the same time, I don't know why I thought that because I know you and I know your gas tank and them. I was kind of like, man, it looked like he's slowing down a little bit, but you still maintained a sense of control. Like Guido, he was tough though, bro.
Yeah,
like,
he can take a shot, man. I hit that man hard.
Oh,
I remember I rocked him, but I was like,
you gotta walk behind him to see what's keeping him up. Like, you know what I'm saying? But that was like, that fight was crazy, bro. I really loved that fight. Both of you guys were going in.
Yeah.
Like even him, like he was like, you know, trying his best and, you know, trying to rally back when you were catching with some shots, but you just kind of overwhelmed him and he just couldn't keep up with your pace, bro. Like that was incredible.
But you know what else I found out about that? It was like, because I remember like it's Guido, man. He just took out the Majimov or whatever, and he took out who else did he take out like right after that? Oh, he had that fight with FA too.
Yeah.
And he got
that was a tough fight with FA.
I thought he won. I can't lie to you.
I thought FA he took that control, but he started off fast.
Yeah,
bro.
and so I'm sitting there like, man, like these are some of the top guys. FA just beat Bacoli and stuff like that too.
Yeah.
Bro, these are some like
No, it was a draw.
Oh, really?
I thought he beat Bacoli too.
Okay.
Yeah.
But like, you know, and so like I'm like, man, this is really the top. And I remember getting in the ring and the first punch being thrown going, and I was like, oh, I'm fast. You know, like, because like you think it, but then it's like, oh, this is the top level.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's a magic sauce in here or something like that. And I remember just going, I was like, I was like, yo, this is crazy. I like that's still the same speed. And, you know, Guido being a 2016 Olympian, I was like, because I always have those doubts too, where it's like, what if my Olympics was just an easy Olympics? You know what I mean? Like, what if my Olympics, the guys were just like not there? Because
everybody was there, bro.
Okay, but you understand what I mean, though. You know what I mean? Because like think about think of like the 2020 Olympics compared to the 2024 Olympics. Like you go to the 2024 Olympics, all the 2020 Olympians are gonna be like, man, I would have smoked this guy. I would have got that would have been easy money for me. You know what I mean?
See what you're saying.
And so I was like, man, this guy's a 2016er.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like I'm like, oh, like the guy that got gold didn't even win in 2016. I was like, oh man. But I remember I used to spar Joe Joyce. It's like I did good against Joe Joyce. And it's like when I was 17. And I'm like, oh. And so that was like really reassuring of like, No, oh, okay. I am supposed to be here. You know, this was like it was validating. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
that ring walk was tough too, bro.
That ring walk was crazy for both of us, man.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, I was fire,
bro. But man, all right. So then, I guess you want to make legacy. You want to leave. You want to do something no one's ever done before, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what I want to do with this game, man. I again, like the Olympics was my goal. And I remember always talking to everybody. I was like, well, what are we going to do after that? And everyone was like, just go to the Olympics. We'll talk about everything afterwards. Don't worry about it.
I mean, yeah, that is a good, strategy for that time.
Yeah, but now it's after it.
Now you're
you know
here.
What I mean? And so it's like,
that's something you got to figure out.
Yes, I want to be a world champ. And like, I want to be I know Andy got the whole first Mexican American world champ, and that kind of hurt my feelings. Yeah. Andy, thanks a lot. But I just want to win, dude, and I want to prove it to myself. Mm-hmm. That's the biggest thing. I want to prove to myself that I'm supposed to be here. And then like it wasn't a fluke. Like the sacrifices all my family made wasn't in vain, you know, because they sacrificed a lot, dude. Yeah. Like everyone's does. In order to get to the spot where we're at, like people have to like blood, sweat, and tears into that, and not just us, and people around us too. Like I want to make sure like the relationships I lost weren't in vain. You know what I mean? Like, every single thing. You know, the amount of stuff that's been sacrificed for us to be here is wild, and I feel like people don't understand that. You know, everyone's like, oh, dude, you must have it so nice. Like, you get that?
Okay.
Like, bro, dude, what I wouldn't give to be in your shoes right now.
You know what's funny? I'm sorry to cut you off, but people say that, but they don't really know the pain that it took to get to where we're at. Like, you sure you want my life? Mm-hmm. Are you sure you want to go through the things I go through in order to go to have what it looks like on the outside? Mm-hmm. Like, are you sure about that? They're not really sure, bro.
I'll be third training down, right? Like I had the morning run, the strength and conditioning that also had a sprint workout in it. Then like 8 rounds of sparring or like 12 rounds on the back, and I'm just dead. I'm just sitting there, and I'll be thinking like, man, a Domino's job would be so cool right now. Because my friend, some of my closest friends, they would work at Domino's, and I was like, what do you guys do all day? And they're like, oh, we go deliver pizza, we'll go back, we'll hang out with each other, we'll do classes. And I'm like barely able to move, and I'm like whenever I sit down, I have to fall when I'm sitting down. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I'm like, man. And then I remember talking with my friends. I was like, dude, you don't understand. Like, I low key dream about having your life.
Yo, but that's the funny part. It's like a lot of people that they probably look up to us, like, man, I wish I had his life, and then we're over there looking down like, dog, that life is so easy right now. It's crazy, man. It's like, grass is greener, you know what I'm saying?
All the time, Yeah. And again, I feel like we got to preface that we wouldn't change our life for the world. You know what I mean? I love this life, and I feel like sometimes they would, like if they had the opportunity to, they would, or would at least like attempt to see what it's like.
For sure, yeah.
But I think one of the things I've learned, and I'm really thankful for this, is like, everything that glitters isn't gold either. 100%. You know what I mean? And like as much as this newfound like popularity and things are cool, it's not like, as much as I thought I would want it so much, it's not what pushes me forward anymore. It's not like, oh wow, this is really cool because like everyone knows my name in Tulare, or you want a picture everywhere. Like, that's all fine and dandy, but it is kind of intrinsic now of like, I need to do this for myself.
Yes.
Like if all the fame stopped tomorrow,
right,
I'd still be doing this. You know what I mean? I'd still be wanting something to happen because I sacrifice so much. I want to be there. So I learned that like, just because people want something difficult doesn't mean the difficult makes it worth it.
That's right. That's right. That is so true. And I can definitely feel you when it comes to that, because I think that's the love that I needed to find in the amateurs after I thought I was gonna quit, because it was just like, man, most of the time I felt like I was doing it for my dad, honestly. Like, I really felt like I was doing it for my dad, to impress him, but I didn't have that drive to get up and want to train hard for myself. Like, I just wanted to make him happy and things like that. But then when I really was training hard and seeing the difference in me doing it for me and building that self-love, it was like, it's different now. It's really good. So, yeah, man. I genuinely think that we're just made for this, bro. Like, some people, like, we're just made for this type of, lifestyle, the burdens, the weight that we have on our shoulders, we're built like that, bro, and it's not made for everybody.
Yeah, I can't lie. Now, as opposed to a couple years ago, I started believing in fate. Of like we're here for a reason, and that's just another Stoic thing. It's like they say that like trees don't wonder why they bear fruit, bees don't wonder why they make honey. Stop wondering why you're here and just do it. You're here for a reason. And like I agree with that, but until almost to the extent of like this is like there's nothing else for us to do but this. Like we couldn't do anything else besides this. Like some people were born great, some people were made great, some people had achievements, some people had greatness thrust upon them. Yeah. And it's like we had this thrust upon us, from an early age, especially being like the father son duos and stuff like that. Like this is just us,
Yeah, I definitely feel like when it comes to that just being thrown on us, I think about the decision that I made to become a boxer at the age of 7, bro. I was like, what 7-year-old really like thinks like, oh, I'm gonna do this for the rest of my life? Like literally had that thought. Like
really,
after my first sparring session, I'm like, I'm gonna do this for the rest of my life. I swear. So for a 7-year-old to have that mentality, bro, it was like we had to have that greatness put in us, bro. Yeah. That's how I feel. I feel like it's just something that I genuinely can't see myself doing anything else, even if when I was that young. I liked doing other things like playing basketball, dancing, whatever. But boxing was something different. It was like a total different feeling than all of these other hobbies that I enjoyed.
That's crazy, dude. Mine was I want to be just like my dad. I swear that was the only thing that would push me.
I feel that. In some ways, I was like that too.
It's like, oh, my dad likes this. I love it. This is what we're doing,
Yeah.
And like I got to hang out with them during the training sessions and afterwards going to like nationals and stuff like that. And then like post fight, my dad being there. Oh, yeah. Like golden.
Yeah, Pops was always around.
You know what I mean? Like post fight after a win, and you get to go back to the corner or whatever, and you get to like we did it, you know?
Yeah.
And I always told my dad because like I'm a junior. I was like, man, like Richard Torrez is up there, you know?
Right, yeah.
So I always thought like that's both of us, And man, so but yeah, again, it's like, oh, my dad never did this. So I was like, but I still love it. And so I just want to see how far it goes.
For sure.
Hey, man, that's what it is. Any fight dates or anything coming soon? Anything you want to tag or plug?
Man, as of right now, I don't have any fight dates, but I have been calling out Nick Ball. He doesn't have a fight date either. And, we could set some up either the end of this year or in January. Like, I'm definitely willing to fight him. But if you guys are watching, you guys can follow my Instagram, all my socials, period. My Instagram is Bruce_Carrington. My Twitter or X, whatever you guys want to call it, new generation. Yeah, you guys can follow that on B_Carrington1. And watch out for the Shoo Shoo Show and don't blink because you never know.
All right.
Promo, bro. Promo.
All right.
You gotta work on that, man.
All right. So, and for you, I'm gonna say 7 to 25 people that have stayed tuned for this amount of time.
Or man.
I appreciate you guys all the time. You guys are the diehard supporters. You guys already know Shushu because you guys watch everything, man, and I appreciate it. If you want to stay on the Torrez train, don't be insane. Follow the main.
Come on, that was good. That was good. That was good. I like that. That was good, bro.
Yeah, all right. My mom read to me when I was a child.
Oh man! All right.
Yeah, we appreciate you guys. We're gonna start doing some more content like this, especially when I come out to Colorado. I'll make sure the second mic works next time, so we don't have a TP.
Yeah, we're over here just talking into this one mic. We're trying to share it, but
stop spitting on it. All right. Oh, whoa.
Wow, that was.
Thank you for pause. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll be here again. We are gonna try to do some more content
that
like this.
That is a way to end off the episode.
Talk to you guys later. Everybody say bye to Shu. He's never gonna be on the podcast again though.
Why not?
You guys want to know why they call it?
All right, get off. Shut it off, bro.